Welcome, Jean-Michel. Thank you for joining us today to talk about OSA's Enabled by Optics program.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So tell us, what is Enabled by Optics and how did it start?
So the contest is sponsored by the Optical Society, the leading professional association in optics and photonics, home to a global network of 220,000 business leaders, scientists, and engineers. This is the second year of the program, and we're looking for people to answer the very simple question: what's optics got to do with it? Optics is an enabling technology, and a technology that is sometimes hidden, yet vital, to so many products and services people use, from smartphones to barcode scanners at the grocery stores to digital cameras to high-speed internet. Enabled by Optics highlights industry contributions and student-made videos to raise awareness of the role optics and photonics play in advancing innovation and impacting society.
It's a great program. Who can participate and how do they participate?
Well, the contest is open to two groups, companies and students. For companies, we want to hear about their exciting optical technologies, how their technology is unique and the impact it has had on society, whether this being economical, behavioral, or human. For a company to submit, they would go online to osa.org/enabled by optics and complete a series of 8 questions that relate to the topics I just mentioned. They can also submit backup material such as PowerPoint files, video, photographs to support the submission. For students, we wanted to include this group as an opportunity to engage the next generation and link them to the industry. Their submission would consist of a short video, nothing professional required, where they select the consumer products of their choice, take it apart, find the optical components and technologies, and talk about how optics contributes to the end product. They can also submit online at osa.org/enabled by optics. For both submissions, one of the judging criteria is also creativity. The selection committee wants to be inspired by the submissions. And by the way, submissions are open and the deadline is April 30th.
Last year, the company winner was Trojan Technologies. What made its entry successful?
Well, we were absolutely thrilled by the quality of the submission last year from both the companies and students, as well as the global participation really worldwide. The 2013 company winner was Trojan Technologies of Ontario, Canada. They won for their innovative water disinfection solutions that use environmentally responsible, cost-effective ultraviolet UV lights in place of chemicals. The use of UV disinfection by municipalities around the world prevents the spread of harmful organisms in the water supply and also destroy harmful contaminants. Their story is absolutely fascinating one and a perfect example of how optics is playing a role for the greater good. One of the reasons, by the way, this entry was selected as the winner.
Jean-Michel, you have a lengthy career in optics and photonics yourself. I understand you have an Enabled by Optics story of your own?
Indeed. My story goes back when I was a young engineer at the very first company I worked for, in fact, my first job. I helped build a very large ruby laser. That laser was installed in an astronomy observatory on top of the Pyrenees Mountains between Spain and France, and it was used to precisely measure the distance between the Earth and the Moon. The laser sent very powerful and very short pulses, a million times shorter than a second, if you can imagine. These very brief laser pulses were reflected by a man-made mirror on the surface of the Moon, and a couple of seconds after they were sent from the Earth, they were coming back to the observatory. Scientists measured the time it took the light to travel back and forward, and in so doing, were able to measure the distance between the Earth and the Moon with an accuracy, and that's the amazing part, with an accuracy of less than a foot. I remember feeling like a child watching a magic trick and being simply amazed by what a laser could help achieve.
My last question for you today is, What would you say to someone who asks, what's in it for me to participate in the Enabled by Optics contest?
OSA wants to showcase the exciting work being done in industry, not only to our optics and photonics community, but to the general public. In doing so, the goal is to advance the optics industry and create awareness for our community. So with OSA sponsoring this contest, the company winner receives extensive publicity and recognition through OSA's global communication channels, along with special efforts by Photonics Media. Some of these include an OSA-produced video featuring the companies and its customers talking about the specific technology featured in their submission, featured presentation of the video at an award ceremony at OSA's annual meeting, Frontier in Optics, usually in fall, potential media coverage and interviews in trade and consumer press outlets, extensive promotion via emails, print ads, newsletters, websites, and press releases, including a multimedia press release featuring the OSA-produced video. Students will also receive $500, plus exposure through many of the same forms I just described. All submissions will be posted on the OSA website and used as a resource for the optics community, educators, policymakers, students, and consumers. The complete detail of the prizes are online at osa.org/enabled-by-optics. So I encourage all companies and students to use this platform, submit for the contest, and be part of an exciting publicity campaign that will increase your exposure, your recognition, and your opportunities.